Welcome to the AT&T Center. It's time for Spurs basketball. Tonight's San Antonio Spurs broadcast is brought to you by AT&T. Spurs trying to shake off a two-game losing skid, come in with a mark of 52-16, following a loss to Memphis. Sacramento, on the other hand, falling to Oklahoma City yesterday. The Kings arrive at 27-42.
Played late, like you said, played a lot of minutes, played late into the night. You need your bench on back-to-backs.
The fourth quarter was absolutely crazy. Mills hit back-to-back threes, and then Green back-to-back threes to kind of clinch it for him later. Now to Kufas. Good double team there. They move it outside. Buddy Hield on the attack. And it is a 6-0 ball. Hield with a rebound.
But sometimes when your outside jumpers aren't falling, you got to take the ball inside.
See if you can't get to the line. Temple. Yeah, and particularly when Tony missed those 4 games, you know he'd have been playing on those nights.
Yeah.
Aldridge, great effort.
Yeah, we had to work awfully hard for those 2 points.
Not going to be a shutout tonight.
And then we fall asleep and Buddy Hield just
one bucket. There's Labissiere, and
if you're going to penetrate or put the ball on the floor, you know, make a determined move. Make something that makes a defender step up. Like, continue to see that progress from Jonathan.
Simmons had 14 in the last time the Kings
against the New York Knicks. Should have lost that game in Madison Square Garden earlier this year.
Spurs turn him over. Kawhi with a dunk from Simmons. And the Spurs within a half dozen now as Mills averaging 9.8 a game.
There he is again, Bill.
Watch out. Lee back to Patty. Good night, mate. Galloway, and he swishes the jump.
And that's just Powell going at the younger player. That's what vets do.
And then another 3 ball. Ahead to Labissiere. Papianis over the back of Lee. And the putback.
Showing his soft touch early on. And again, that's what I was talking about. I can see Patty Mills.
And find out exactly what do you have for the future before the draft that they're going to get a couple of good picks on. Anderson. Lee steps inside the circle. The leaner. Got his own. Yes. And the Warriors.
That's right.
Thunder still on there. It's crazy. Tony Parker to the rim. Galloway out to Buddy Hield. Over Simmons on the turnaround.
Have nearly as much pressure on him. Beautiful little spin move from Buddy Hield.
Parker again. Green brings it back on the rebound to Parker. Tony again to the rim. And he scores again as Parker.
Not quite able to finish.
Tony trying to find Green here. Bertans chased off the line. Knocks down the 15-footer though.
Into the lane as hard as you possibly can, looking for a dunk or a layup. Davis just exploiting that in-between game.
Tolliver, and he knocks down the 3 ball. And Parker brings it back. Leonard tries another 3. Got this one!
To the glass.
Parker again, sizing up Kufas, pulls up for the jumper, and Tony Edmond couldn't quite control it.
If our guys had made a few more shots here, he'd have 4 or 5 assists.
Parker making them himself. Lawson. Inside, Cauley Stein.
And takes out his anger and frustration on the rim.
Parker again. Why not? Tony Parker just inside the arc.
But they're not all together there. That last free throw right there was just a little flat.
Tolliver now on the shot clock here for Aldridge. Griffin right back to L.A. And the hook is good for LaMarcus Aldridge. Now Collison with 3 on the shot clock. Mills staying with him. Just in time, but it rolls off the iron right to Labissiere. And he muscles it over Pau Gasol. Mills to Kawhi Leonard. Zips it to Powell. Over Cauley Stein. Wow. And switcheroo. Green back to Gasol. He gives it up to Lee. Leonard. Post. Patty Mills. Danny Green floating in for the tip.
Easy putback.
Cauley Stein had Mills posted up and throws it out.
And the big guy catches against a little guy. In that situation, he's throwing it down.
They have 5 turnovers. The Kings with 17 assists. Green for the corner. Tar Heel triple. Aldridge gives it off to Tony. Surveys the action. Aldridge for 3. Leonard goes to work in the paint. Dedmon there to clean that up. And Spurs head out for another one-game roadie tomorrow. They'll play Minnesota Tuesday night. We'll have it for you here on Fox Sports Southwest. Inside, Collison's missed. Danny Green again leading the race now to Parker. Aldridge from Danny. In the game as well, along with Leonard and Aldridge. Tony again running the show. Dedmon. And he knows what to do with it.
Parker putting on quite a performance. 8
of 10 from the floor. He has 16 points. Collison. Kawhi against Cauley-Stein. Simmons for a triple. Yep. And Gasol both ready to check in now. Aldridge. He heard you, Sean.
That's what I'm talking about. But I'll take it. I'll take that 3-ball. He's letting it fly effortlessly. I'd shoot a few more of those if I was LA. Here's LA again. He's open.
Parker spinning, trying to lay it off to Dedmon. Heel back on Aldridge. And Jonathan Simmons giving chase. Rebound Lee. Back out. Mills. They dare him. Don't you dare do that to Patty Mills. Good on you, Patty. Just Texas State Bobcats, though. Just doesn't follow quite as closely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stay low to your score. The second game of the year. Never after Golden State. And came back and played them, scheduling just to play Memphis 3 times in 18 days. That's bizarre.
You saw the third attempt goes for Pop. 8:30 on Tuesday here on Fox Sports Southwest. 8 o'clock Spurs Live, as you can read there. 5 points in a quarter. They had 41 in the first against Brooklyn back in December. And it is their highest third quarter scoring of the season. So after some problems scoring in Memphis, had nights like today where they lose to New Orleans. It's crazy. And I guess that's why they're in the position they're in. They're young teams and they're inconsistent. And rebounds to assists. Gasol in the paint.
That's good.
Yep. Galloway off the screen. Kyle Anderson. Simmons right back to Kyle. He spots Powell. There's the 3-ball as Gasol. Bertans in now with Gasol. Inside Powell again. Easy 2 from Kyle Anderson. And once more, an and one situation. Bob would need a truck to deliver it.
That's right.
The whole house load. Here is Simmons.
Oh, don't we miss those guys? There's Jonathan Simmons.
Hield.
Wow. Elvis Bertans, no slouch as a defender. Buddy Hield making that shot look easy.
Anthony from Kyle Anderson. He finds Anthony.
And he just plays with a lot of poise. And when he made that penetration there, he does.
Out to Simmons as we hit the 4-minute mark here in this ball game. Jonathan with the left hand, and that one does go in for Simmons. Buddy Hield, that last basket, he was running the entire possession. You can just tell he is so much more comfortable. He's here trying to post up Bryn Forbes. Anderson poked it away, but it comes off to Galloway. Down low, Obisier with the dunk. Spurs shooting 50% on the night, 39% from 3. Cauley-Stein steps out on the perimeter, knocks down the jumper.
Out there looks pretty good.
Well, the guys had double figures the previous 4 games to Oklahoma City. As the shot clock expires here, he averaged 16 and 9 in a 4-game stretch. San Antonio, after being down a dozen early, came roaring back and pummels Sacramento 118 to 102. The Spurs sweep the season series. Pau Gasol leading the way with 22 this evening, one of 7 in double figures. And the Spurs have now won 10 straight against the Kings as Dave Yeager has a visit with Coach Pop. And Greg Popovich now 1,142 wins in his